Hi, everybody. It's Mary Jane, and it's trivia time. I hope you're ready to listen to some of my great books that we've been reading about Africa to learn some interesting facts, and then we'll have our trivia questions at the end. So today I'm reading about something really neat. Treasures. Do you know you're all treasures? You are treasures. Yes, you are. You have all kinds of stuff in your heart and in your mind. I always say my Africans are my treasures. They're more important to me than any money that I could ever have. And so that's why I'm here with you today to share with you some things from my heart. And you can learn about treasures. So, in this book that we're learning about today, where was the world's biggest diamond found? Do you know? I'll start out with the question and then we'll answer the question before we're done with this session. Weighing in at, listen up, 3,106.75 carats, or 1.37 pounds. The Cullen diamond is the biggest uncut diamond found to this date, and I verified that. This book is a few years old, but I went online and it says the same thing. It was discovered in a South African diamond mine in 1905. And me, being the investigative person that I am, I wanted to know where in South Africa it was found. So I went and looked it up. The stone was discovered near Pretoria in modern day South Africa, it said, in 1905, and is named after the chairman of the mining company, Thomas Cullen. In its uncut state, it tells us how much it weighed, just like we read about in our book. It is an extraordinary blue and white color and exceptional clarity. It is the most celebrated diamond in the world. And so I thought that was very interesting. It was cut. It was quite challenging to cut that diamond. The stone was dispatched to the leading diamond cutters of the day, Ashers of Amsterdam. It took 4 days to prepare the groove for the cleaving knife. And the very first blow, when they were trying to cut the diamond, broke the knife rather than the diamond. Over the next 8 months, 3 men worked for 14 hours a day to cut and polish the 9 large stones from the original big diamond after they cut it. Each of these stones were given a number from 1 to 9, and today they are still referred to in that way. 97 small, brilliant, and some unpolished fragments were also created from that big diamond. So what they did was they took it and they put it in different forms, and we're going to read about that here, what they did. The story goes that someone spotted the rock glittering, maybe is a better way to say it, in the wall of the mine, and they dug it out and took it to the main office. The clerks didn't believe it was a diamond and threw it out. Can you imagine that? We can't be so quick to throw out things because they may be worth something. And thankfully, it was retrieved. The stone was not only a real diamond, but one of the unusually fine color and quality. In 1907, the uncut diamond was mailed to King Edward VII of England for his 66th birthday. Wow, what a gift, huh? It took 8 months, as we read about earlier online, to cut it, grind it, and polish the hued stones, which became 9 large diamonds. The 2 biggest stones they cut from the Cullen diamond are part of the British crown jewels. The largest diamond, known as the Star of Africa, see, Africa got in there, even though they didn't get the diamond, unfortunately, is at the top of the sovereign scepter. The next largest, the second Star of Africa, was set into the imperial state crown, which is worn by the monarch for important events. So here's a picture here of the Queen's crown, and at the very top is that diamond they're talking about. So here's our map, and it was found down at the bottom here towards South Africa, is where that big diamond was found. And Queen Elizabeth is wearing the imperial crown. So you can see Here's a picture of her, and the crown is on top, and this is her big crown, and the big diamond is up there. Wowee, huh? It's probably heavy too. So at the bottom, here's a picture. It says the largest diamond cut from the column was on display in the left picture that I showed you, and as set in the sovereign scepter here on the right. So it's a pretty good sized diamond here, and it's on top of the scepter that they hold out. So anyway, isn't that quite interesting? The hard stuff. Diamonds are the hardest crystals there are. In fact, the word diamond comes from adamas, a Greek word that means indestructible. We got to be like that. We got to be diamonds. We got to be indestructible and ready and willing to get in there and work hard, don't we? The best diamonds are used to make beautiful jewelry. That's why I said you're a diamond, because you're indestructible and you're strong and you're beautiful. Most diamonds, however, are mined for industrial uses, such as drilling, cutting, and polishing. So even though we're diamonds, we can't be put in a royal crown, but we're out there to work, right? And to help others. So another interesting fact that I found about is the carbon crystals. And so here's a picture of somebody's hand, and they're holding these. They look like rocks, not really very pretty rocks, but they're rocks. Do you ever like to collect rocks? I did when I was a girl. I thought it was so neat. I liked any kind of thing that was like that, rocks and shiny and pretty. Diamonds are made of carbon, one of the most common elements on Earth. What makes the diamond special is how they become crystals hundreds of millions of years ago. The super hot magma, which is thick liquid rock below Earth's crust, is under extreme pressure. Sometimes in life we're under extreme pressure, but if we hold on and do our best at school and make sure that we always do what's right, then we can succeed. When the heat and pressure were just right, carbon in the magma about 100 miles underground formed crystals, and that makes the beauty for it. When the magma shot up to the surface in powerful volcanic eruptions, the crystals rode up with it. Most diamonds are found in the hardened volcanic pipes the magma traveled through. Others are found in rivers washed there over time. And so then it gives us some other facts here. The top 5, the world's biggest uncut white diamonds. Have you ever seen a diamond before? Well, I've never held a big one in my hand, but one time when I was helping the 5th graders, I went to Washington, D.C. This is my flag behind me. This is the flag of the United States of America. And so we went on a safety patrol trip, and they took us to this museum, and in the museum was the Hope Diamond. And I thought that was the biggest diamond. That was before I learned about this one today. So see, I'm still learning. So the world's biggest uncut white diamonds was the Cullen diamond that we read about. And then there's one called the Excelsior diamond. It's pretty good size too. It's 997.5 carats. Carats is how they measure diamonds. 3 is the Star of Sierra Leone. It is 968.9 carats. The 4th one is the Great Ongol. It's 807.85 carats. And the 5th largest white diamond is the Millennium Star, and it's 777 carats. So those are pretty interesting facts, aren't they? Okay, so now it's trivia time. I hope you've been listening. So, what was the name of this diamond that we talked about? Do you remember? It's the world's biggest diamond ever found. It's the Cullen diamond. Yes, you're right. Right. And why was it called the Cullen diamond? Do you remember why they called it that? Well, let's see. If we scroll back up here, I read it to you. It was named after the chairman of the mining company. Remember? Thomas Cullen. So Cullinan is how it was spelled. Okay, can you tell me when the diamond was cut, what broke first? Remember? Yep, you got it, the knife. Okay, so then where was the diamond found? Do you remember? Think real hard. You're right, South Africa, which was once near Dakar. It was called Pretoria. So that was the name of it back then, but now they just call it modern day South Africa. But anyway, I thought that was interesting. So I hope you like those facts. And oh, one more fact before we go. Where was the biggest of those diamonds put? Do you remember? Yep, you got it. It was given to the queen, and it was put here in her crown and in her scepter. Okay, that's all the facts for today in our book, The Big Book of Where. And we've been traveling throughout Africa. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.